Hey, friends. Okay, ears up. I have a question for you. Are you a product business owner that has built your business to reach multiple six figures or multiple millions within a calendar year? Are you looking for support to navigate and level up your business in the next 12 months? So, if that's you, then we invite you to apply to our highest level program, the Product Boss Mastermind. Now, I'm here to remind you that you have done an exceptional job getting to this level of business on your own. But what it will take for you to grow to the next level is going to be very different than what you have done before. Now, we know you can level up your business without you having to be the person who does all of the things or the person who makes every single decision, right? And that's why the Product Boss Mastermind is the place for high-level strategy and collaboration so you can connect with other product-based business owners who get it and who are going where you are going, as well as getting the assistance and coaching from two Product Boss experts, which are Mina and myself. Now, if you're ready to commit to yourself and you want to reach that next level in your business without sacrificing your freedom and creativity, and you want to be surrounded by a collaborative group of product bosses who get it and grow together by sharing ideas, strategies, and insider secrets, then we invite you to apply to be considered to the Product Boss Mastermind at theproductbossmastermind.com. Spots are limited, so don't delay. I would love to see your applications come in. So again, head to theproductbossmastermind.com.
Welcome to the Product Boss Podcast, where we help product-based businesses grow their sales and improve their strategies.
Hey everyone, I want to introduce you to my co-host and biz bestie, Mina Kunlo-Sitep, an Amazon guru that has built a multi-six-figure product-based business.
And introducing the other half of the Product Boss, Jacqueline Snyder. She has helped launch and grow over 500 fashion apparel and accessory brands, even one of her own.
And together, we share our inventory of secret weapons that will help you dig deep and do the work it takes.
Are you ready? Let's build together.
Hey, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Product Boss Podcast. I'm your host, Jacqueline Snyder, with my money-saving co-host, Mina Kunlo-Sitep. Hey, Mina.
Hey, Jacqueline. Gosh, I feel like my husband would be like, what? Who are you talking about?
Wrong person.
She knows how to spend money. She doesn't know how to, save it. That's for sure.
And I would say that is not true. Because you do know how to save. But this is a topic that we, our students in the accelerator, the Product Biz Accelerator, our masterminders, they bring this up a lot. Money mindset. There's a lot that happens around this, but there's also this world of debt-free. Now, there's major people out there that talk about being debt-free, and people celebrate being debt-free. Now, while we love this idea as a whole for your personal life, we want you to overcome this idea or this unrealistic idea that you can operate a small product-based business completely debt-free. Now, this isn't saying go into debt and carry some sort of debt for months and months and months and not paying it down, but it's the idea of using credit and your options available for credit to improve your cash flow, because as a product-based business, you need cash flow and you don't always have it.
Yeah. And before we jump in, consult your CPA for any of these decisions.
This is not professional.
Yeah, we are not
money advice.
Lawyers. We are not tax accountants. We are not, licensed, practitioners. We are not any of those things.
We are not medical doctors.
So consult the trained expert and professional, and do your due diligence when you're making decisions. But yeah, I love this topic because it's something that comes up a lot because, a lot of times we hear out in the wild, people listen to people like Dave Ramsey. And I have nothing against Dave Ramsey. I think what he does in the world is just fine, nothing against him. It's this particular piece of advice of being debt-free that does not apply to product business owners, small product business owners that we are talking about, because it works in a personal realm. Right? Do what you do, save what you save, don't take credit, all those things, for a personal realm. But if you're trying to be a product business, it's so hard to operate in that way. And then you feel like a failure. So that's why we're talking about it on the podcast episode.
Yeah. So let's talk about reasons why you would need to have credit Okay, not a good credit score, which you do need as well, but credit lines, credit cards, just credit in general to operate your business. So, I'm going to talk from a fashion sense. So, for fashion businesses, there's a thing called a factor. A factor is a company that will front a fashion apparel company money. You have to have a certain revenue, meaning like you've sold hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of product, and then they will fund you that money, which means that you take orders from retailers, you go into production because traditional wholesale, you usually get the orders, go into production, ship 3 to 4 months later, then you get paid by your retailer. So you have all of this cash out in production before you ever ship, before you ever get paid. So who has that much money? Not a lot of people.
Right.
So a factor would typically take 5% of your revenue to front you the cash to go into production to fulfill your orders to then get paid in the future. Okay. Now, when we talk about things like fair.com and people get, like, gasp, 25% that they take on your first order, but they allow for you to get paid right away, right? You don't have to chase the money down. They pay you immediately typically. So they're almost acting like a factor where if you were operating independently, you wouldn't have access to that cash. You would still be paying a percentage out, that kind of thing. So what we want you to realize is that in order to buy bulk of raw goods, to then be able to make your product, to then be able to sell it and get paid, you need a ton of cash up front to make or manufacture prior to ever being able to sell it.
Yeah. So even if you're not making your goods, you need money to go into production,
Right.
and that's the ultimate problem of product-based businesses is that you have to have money in order to get inventory, right? And so a lot of times traditionally you would, get a factor, like Jacqueline said, in order to go into production because somebody had placed a big wholesale order. But a lot of times, even when you're starting and even when you are trying to operate your business, a lot of times you have to reinvest. Right? You have to reinvest into the goods that you're selling. And then as you keep moving forward, you kind of minimize the time frame of turning over your inventory, meaning you're selling at a quicker rate. So that way you're like, oh, okay, now I have more profit, which is what we work on with you in the accelerators. How am I going to get more profit during this time? So when I reinvest, I'll still have more profit in my pocket, right? Mm-hmm. But to get there, it takes a bit of credit. And it certainly takes you knowing how to approach credit when it comes to a product business.
Mm-hmm. So this is financing, right? This is financing your business. So look at these things as tools to grow your business, to get the cash to do the things that you need to do for whether it's getting inventory in stock, right? Whether it's paying for Facebook ads prior to the ads generating revenue. There's a cash flow thing here. So we're going to go over some ways in which you can do this. Now, we're going to give you this advice, and we're not saying to carry debt for a long time. I want to repeat us on that. If you can spend what you can pay off monthly, that would be our best advice. So instead of just putting it through cash, spend what you can pay off monthly, or you can use some of these tools to carry debt a little bit longer. Let's call it 30, 60, 90 days, because you're waiting to get paid out by retailers. You're waiting to make the product, sell it, and make the money, and then pay that debt off. We're not
ideal
looking for you
scenario
to go
is
into debt.
30 days or less, though, because then you will never accumulate, or you will never have to pay interest. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But sometimes you might use it longer. Okay. So here we're going to give you just 3 ways to improve your cash flow. Now, we talk about this a bit deeper in the Product Biz Accelerator. We talk about this with our masterminders. We go into multiple different ways in which you can do it. But in this podcast episode, we're going to tell you 3 ways for that. So the first way is to get a line of credit. So a line of credit you can get from a bank or a credit union. And according to NerdWallet, and this is written by Randa Chris, but NerdWallet, which is an amazing platform that we like to use to look up lines of credit and credit cards, for example. A line of credit is a business line of credit can finance short-term expenses like payroll or inventory. Both traditional and online lenders offer business lines of credit. So unlike a traditional small business loan where you receive a lump sum of capital and repay it over a specific period of time with interest, a business line of credit is more flexible form of financing. Business lines of credit can be used for a variety of short-term needs, such as managing cash flow, buying inventory, or covering payroll. Hey, friends. So, question for you. Do you want to know the secrets to product biz success? Well, I know a lot of people out there think the key to reaching more customers is creating more products, right? You think if you just create more products, you're going to reach more customers and more people are going to buy from you. Well, spoiler alert, it's not. So, believe it or not, going wider in your business, making more products won't get you the results that you want. You've got to go deeper, friend. You've got to niche down. You've got to sell what people are wanting to buy, right? We want you to be known for something. There are opportunities right in front of you that will help your product business grow. And we're going to help you unlock them in our Product Biz Bootcamp, which is the bestseller audio bootcamp. You heard it right. We are giving you this inside of the bestseller audio bootcamp. It's our on-demand lifetime access training that shows you how to stop wasting your time and energy on the things that don't matter, like endlessly creating new products, and start focusing on what really moves the needle in your product business, like discovering your untapped opportunities for a product-based business or creating your best offers to take advantage of your best sellers. How about building your year-round plan, right? We want to learn how to make more sales and grow a profitable product-based business. And we're also going to help you amplify your best sellers and how you're going to share them with the world and figure out what are the right products to sell at the right time. So you're not just spinning your wheels and feeling overwhelmed and burnt out. Plus, you're going to get access to additional trainings of help. For example, on how to get more done in less time in a workshop. You're also going to have a workshop that's going to help you find the key to choosing the products to help your business thrive. And another workshop that you're going to learn the secrets to scaling your business. And here's the best part. You ready? You can start right now. Okay. So just head to theproductboss.com/bootcamp. Again, that's theproductboss.com/bootcamp. You can sign up now and you can get access to all of these incredible trainings that are really going to help you grow a profitable product-based business by leaning in to your bestsellers. All right, friends, we'll see you in there.
Yeah. I mean, a line of credit, a lot of times people think, oh gosh, I need to get a line of credit. I don't have the cash flow. I feel like I failed in my business. No, not true. It's super common. I actually even had a line of credit when I first started, even before I was doing little labels, I was private labeling and I had a line of credit because I would need to order the goods from China and they would ship them over. And then after a while, when I started getting little labels, I needed the line of credit less. But anytime I dipped under, because it's attached to your bank account, once it dips under, like if you, instead of going negative, it just pulls from there automatically. So that was kind of how they ran the line of credit. Now that is ideal simply because it's way less interest than a credit card. Also, if I was going negative, it actually didn't charge me. So you know how like if you go negative, it charges you, I don't know, back in the day, $30 every time you go negative. Well, this was not the case in if you had a line of credit that was attached to your business banking.
Yeah. So we use NerdWallet. You can look up different types of lines of credit. You can just Google NerdWallet line of credit and see about that. That's something to do, whether it's a secured or unsecured line of credit. So secured means it's attached to you personally, and an unsecured means it's not attached to you personally. It's more of a business line of credit. Now, the next way that you can do this is by using a business credit card with helpful rewards. Okay. So people out there are listening to credit card and some of you are like, yeah, I got credit cards. And other people are like, oh, credit cards? Like that's like another word for the devil. But let's talk about credit cards for small businesses.
Yeah, I think that credit cards are so helpful. When I first, back in my day, it used to be kind of not good, right? Because back in the day, they used to get college students to sign up for credit cards and they'd give you a free t-shirt and have you for life, But nowadays, it's different. You're a business owner. You certainly can use money or use credit card to leverage that money if you're going to be spending it anyway. So for example, it's really nice to have a separate credit card for your business. And then that way you can earn rewards towards other things that you want in your life that credit card opens up for you. So for example, a credit card might have travel points or it might have, gift cards attached to it that you get a better deal on, or it might have cash back. It might have, or early access. I know that
Travel rates,
American Express has
travel
early
rewards.
access to concert tickets. So if you're a big music fan, then that contributes to your dream life of having concerts in your life.
Dave Matthews, here I come.
And no, it is not, 1995. It is this year.
It's here I come. No. So a credit card, right? Like Amina's saying. So we'll share two kinds of credit cards that we use, right? We use a Chase Inc. card because this one business card for Chase Inc. has cash back on business expenses. Also extra triple the rewards on certain business expenses. So for example, Facebook ads is considered a business expense that we can get 3 times the points for the first $150,000 spent per year. Okay. So that means you take $150,000 times 3, and that's how many points we can earn by charging all of our ads to this one card and then paying them off, right? Because you pay for ads should have a return on that ad. And then that money that comes in goes to paying down the ads, right? Cash flow. It's not coming out of our bank account. We're paying it at the end of the month. Mina has, you have the Spark.
Yeah, I have Capital One Spark. I love it. The reason why I have that instead of, Chase Inc. is because I don't run Facebook ads for little labels. But I have tons of expenses, but their rewards are travel points. And so in my dream life, I want to be traveling with my family and I want to be accumulating points. Also, they have I don't use it for cashback because when you do cashback, you lose a certain value. Like it's not a 1-to-1 ratio. But if you convert it to Amazon gift cards and Target gift cards, you get the full value. So if I'm trying to budget for like the kids needing school stuff, or I'm trying to buy all of my Christmas presents for the massive amount of extra extended family that I have, I get Amazon cards and I use that. So, and then there's Apple, there's a whole bunch of them. So that happens to help with my little labels purchases because, in my life, the life over there looks different than the Product Boss version. So I want to bring that up because get the credit card that's right for your life and your business. So even for me having 2 businesses, it looks different for whichever business that I'm in.
And the rewards that you're going to get, what the annual fee is, what their intro offers are. So if you also Google, NerdWallet best business credit cards, it'll bring you up ratings and share it with you. And then you can always apply. And that's sort of how we found ours. Now, again, if you can pay your credit cards off
every month,
every month, you're not going to pay interest. So instead, it's money for rewards. So Facebook ads, we don't let that run up. We pay it off. And so we're still getting 3 times the points on our Facebook ads. We're getting the benefits of the rewards and we're not being charged interest. So it's kind of cash flow plus we're making money on our money.
And side bonus, it's building up your credit score because you have available credit to you and it shows that you can repetitively pay. I have one beef with having these 2 cards.
Tell me.
They're both blue and it's super annoying to like take a minute and then my other card.
It's like me, I have another card that's dark blue too.
And my Capital One Venture is also blue. So I have all blue cards and I'm like, no, sometimes I'll go to pay something. I'll be like, no, not that one. And I'll accidentally give the wrong card and I'll have to like snatch it away from. Yeah, I do. Oh my gosh, great idea.
Thank you. Another way in which you can use little labels. Labeling all your blue credit cards.
And the only card that is red, for example, is my Target card. So that one's super easy to find. It's all these other cards that are all dark blue. And I'm like, come on,
pick another color credit card companies.
Yeah. Seriously.
I wonder why they pick blue and not green for like cash.
I think that there's different tiers, so green means something else.
But there's like a mental thing attached to navy blue cards.
Yeah, maybe. There's probably black cards and,
yeah.
I mean, what's Target doing? Red card? That means stop spending. No, just kidding. I don't think it does mean that.
Okay. So the third way in which you can, get credit to improve your cash flow are small business loans. So a lot of people did receive small business loans or even grants, for example, during the pandemic and shutdown.
Mm-hmm.
But there are small business loans out there. You can approach a credit union. You can approach your bank. You can Google small business loans. Take a look at what's out there to apply for. Now, that's longer term, and there's a payment plan, and there's interest, but there's a reason that these exist. And for example, a lot of people during the pandemic that got the PPP loans, they did that
And
for
the idle
payroll
loan.
and the idle loans, but they saw that the percentage was so low on the dollar that they were borrowing that it was worth it, right? It wasn't 11% to 18% interest. It was very low interest. And so it was worth that cash flow. So in order for all of you to grow is you need to have cash flow. That's where you get stuck. If you don't have the cash to reinvest back into inventory, to buy inventory, to keep scaling, and to then be able to keep selling, then you're going to get stuck in your growth.
You're going to stay stuck if you allow your mindset not to switch to the fact that you do need a credit, some sort of credit or cash flow, and not stay stuck, right? So a lot of times people get stuck, but what's the pre thing to that is to get unstuck in your mind that you have to be debt free or credit means bad things or any of those things. So working that out in your brain as well.
But please be responsible. So if you're going to take, let's say you've never operated in this way before, make it a small reoccurring amount.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's say every month you have a phone bill that you run through your normal, like our cell phone bills. Maybe it's always just run through your checking account.
Right. It could be those fixed reoccurring costs instead of the variable costs, for example.
Yeah. So you could run those fixed reoccurring costs that you know what that total is going to be through your credit card. And then you can set your credit card or your line of credit or your loan for automatic payment withdrawals on a certain date for the minimum, or not the minimum, for the balance due. Because you know that you've been paying them every month anyways, right? Okay, I've been paying my $700 every month just cash, but I'm not earning any points, rewards, credit, or anything for it. And then just set it to reoccur so you know the cash is there. But that comes down to bookkeeping and knowing what your numbers, like balancing our checkbook. Just because you see that $700 sitting in your account does not mean that $700 is extra cash to spend. It's just going to pay off the card that's paying your reoccurring expenses.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think that's why I brought up the, back in my day when I was in college, they gave you a free t-shirt and they gave you a credit card. Now, I didn't have the responsibility bone in my body to understand what I was doing. Right? So when we're telling you this advice and we're telling you about credit lines and we're telling you about credit cards, please be responsible. You're now a responsible business owner, and understanding like what that means is far different than being a naive college student that, got a free t-shirt. So,
yes, I will sign this deal with the devil for this t-shirt and this high interest
where
rate.
is that t-shirt now? So, be responsible.
Be responsible, but treat this as a tool.
Yeah.
As always, money is just a tool to grow. So treat this as a tool for cash flow. So I hope that this was helpful. We want you to shift away from that debt-free mindset when it comes to business. We don't want you to be an in-debt business, but we want you to use financing and credit as a tool to move your business forward.
Yeah. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you. Thank you for being here and listening all the way through the Product Boss podcast. If you love our show and it has helped you in any way in your business, would you mind doing 2 things for us? Subscribe to the show so you never miss an episode and leave us a review. Reviews help other product entrepreneurs know that this is the place to be to grow their businesses and realize that they're not alone. And we know that you all know that a 5-star and honest review helps you sell more products to more people. So you know that your reviews help us reach more listeners around the world. Remember, what we give is what we receive, and we are all about helping each other in the Product Boss community. We are all in this together. We would be so appreciative of you if you could take the time right now to subscribe, leave a review, and even share this episode on social or someone you know so we can impact more lives. And remember, subscribing means that you will get notified each time we release a new episode so you never miss a thing. You have helped us grow and climb into the top 10 of all marketing podcasts, and together we can keep climbing. Thank you, friends. And remember, there is room at the top for all of us. This episode is brought to you by the Shop 1 in 5 Pledge and Small Business Shopping Directory. It's a commitment to make 1 in 5 of your purchases from a small business online or offline. So head to shop1in5.com to take the pledge. And friend, while you are there, check out and shop from hundreds of small businesses in the Small Business Shopping Directory. It's the go-to directory to discover, support, and shop small businesses all in one place. Head to shop1in5.com.